You guys. Have a blizzard. You guys will come. I love the turnout. It is awesome. But really, look at you guys. What an incredible group of people. We've got a chair here, 2 chairs here. I want everyone to come and find a seat somewhere. There's a chair, and there's a chair over there. If there's a chair beside you, just raise your little hand. Oh, good. I just want to say welcome. Hope you're enjoying the breakfast, and we have some special awards to give this morning. And we also have some special tools from a special group of people that they're going to share with us. But first, the achievement that you guys have made in 2015 has been awesome. And you guys in the kitchen, if you'll come around and come to the back, then you'll be able to see everyone. It'll be just great. Some of you are going to love some of the awards that you'll get. You'll love some of the sayings that we've come up with. You know, as Brooke was ill for about 3 or 4 days, and I actually ended up putting this together by myself, and I thought, this is kind of frightening. I really do know these people. And some of you will love some of the things you're going to get, and some of you may never ever speak to me again. It will serious. I want to ask everyone to silence their phones. Normally I wouldn't really expect that, but I think that you guys are so deserving of recognition. And for the next hour and a half, I just want us to all really, including myself, to be respectful of each other and enjoy being together and enjoy looking around and seeing what a great group of people you all are working with. And I feel so blessed to have every single one of you here this morning. But we're going to start off with actually the Piedmont office. And some of these awards and things that we're going to talk about, they're things that your broker and your office have come up with. But some of them are things that I've kind of come up with on my own. So, your broker will deliver this to you, and the first one goes to Bo and Buster for the Farm and Ranch Lifestyle Award.
Ready?
Out of that office, there was an individual that the broker felt was the most dedicated individual, and that went to Ed Cook. This next award actually is from me to this individual. As I started thinking about people in the company, I started thinking about excellent support as the backbone of the real estate business. And if I needed to call someone, and I just really wanted to get an opinion and some direction, who would I call? And I decided that there was one person that really stood out in my mind, and that's the person with most improved volume, Michael David. And this individual couldn't be with us this morning because he had to be in an inspection. But the best in asking for the sale and closing the deal is Steve Whitrock out of the Piedmont office. Thank you. Now we go to our East office, Midwest City. The been there and done that award, Phyllis Bennett. The Mrs. Business Award, Shauna Miller. The individual, and you guys can just wait until that home office, we've read it off, and then you can cut for all of them. The most enthusiastic about everything award, Stephanie Matthews. The Straight Shooter Award goes to Kathy Wake, who is not with us this morning. And Judy Hester is the Book of Knowledge Award. The Get Her Done Award. Heather Hancock. The Helper and the Teacher Award, Ruth Johnson. The Dress for Success, Debbie Campbell. Lori Peterson, the Tech Savvy Award. And the person with the most compassion went to Shauna Stevens. Okay, but not right now.
Are you sure?
All right. Did you mean it right now?
No.
You trying to rescue
Kind of right now.
Oh, okay.
I have a little something for you.
Oh gosh, I should have said no.
Charlene knows how much I just love parties and getting together. Not so much. She makes everything a party and everything a big deal. So for that reason, the East Office is giving Charlene the social butterfly.
South Office, Steve Mann. Who's in the know for new homes? Shelley Cooper. The Sales Team of the Year Award. The team that just stands out, they are awesome. This is given to the Realtor team based upon integrity, sales achievement, character, service, and professional knowledge. Otis Heim and Richard Whittington and Karen Rick. First on the map in South Oklahoma City. Most Outstanding Service within the Realtor Family Award, the Board of Realtors, Shelley Cooper. This is for extraordinary commitment, always there to lend a helping Most Helpful Professional Realtor Award in the South Office, Terry Taylor. Okay, let's talk about our staff a little bit. The Swiss Army Knife Award, the person who is the most indispensable. Nancy Anson. There's an individual here that really didn't know anything about real estate, and this goes to the person that's learned the most, been the most efficient, and she's done it with a smile. Marcy Wilson. The Kindness Award, Michaela Page. Outstanding call coordinator. She's fairly new to our family. She's in the South Office, Latif Freeman. This,
Yeah.
we'll pass it back. Every year, we like to give an award to a manager of the year. This award is based on accomplishments in several areas, including association participation, civic service, office performance, and professional knowledge and continual growth of their office. And this would go to Steve Mann.
Exactly what I told her to say.
This is given to the broker manager who has shown a consistent level of upholding the Realtor Code of Ethics while serving our agents and helping peers within our office. Broker Teacher Code of Ethics Award is Judy Nancy. This person plays a big role in supporting the vision of all agents. The outstanding COO who promotes and supports the merits of a happy, healthy office. He uses positive management practices and humanizes the work of the environment by treating all employees and agents with dignity, respect, and integrity. J.D. Okay, now to the agents. There is an agent in our office. She is an assistant to one of our agents. And she deserves the Golden Megaphone Award for lots of energy and tons of fun and doing an incredible job, Jennifer Hilton. This goes to the individual. It's the Juggle Without Struggle Award. It goes to a lady who serves God, her family life, her friends, and her work ethic. Heather Wall. One of our newest members in our group will get the Rookie of the Year. It's someone that I can look out there and see that they haven't been in the business real long, but they're really learning about every tool that they can use to become very, very successful. They've gone to the Buffini class, they have tons of contacts, and they are working diligently to build their business. And the Rookie of the Year award will go to Richie. Okay? There you go. One person stood out for determination, strength, and perseverance. Melissa Hogan. Ongoing commitment and outstanding service is Alice Fitzpatrick. Lending a helping hand with a delicate touch award would be my way. This person isn't here today. He's out of the country, but I have to tell you what award he would get because he comes into the office and needs help and he'll stay in there about 15 minutes and then he'll go, "You have just worn me slick." So anyway, here's what I was giving him. How to deal with Charlene Wilson Award, 15 minutes at a time. Brian There's an individual with A+ skills. She totally understands teamwork. For the top assistant award would go to Britt King. The paperwork queen goes to Linda Almaraz. An award to two people that came on board in 2014. They have brought so much credibility to this company, and I appreciate them so much. They took a project and took it where sales were not happening and they worked themselves to death. So the Founders Award that represented founders goes to Charlie and Nancy.
All right.
There's one individual in this group that stands out to me so much. I think that she has the potential of being a very top producer, and that goes to Timmy Carrera.
Yay!
The guy that everybody loves and embraces change is Ken Hughes. I'm sure that was for him. All of it, and he can't stand change. The most valuable player goes to Jeff Strait. Until I get through saying all these and then clap, but taking us to the next level award would be Bill Wilson. Determination Award. This individual is smart. She just has persevered, and she gets the Determination Award for never giving up, Carla Brannon.
Yeah, that's me. Thank you. I'm still here.
The most consistent agent, who is consistent all the time. She's incredible with sales. She's an incredible Christian. She is a great friend. Point Guard Award for running with the ball is Ann Wilson. A1 Property Management Specialist Award goes to Frank Williams. He is doing an incredible job. There is a lady in here who stands out for incredible manners. P's and Q's Award for Best Manners is Emily Mitchelson. The Spotlight Award for Best Communication, Emily K. Mitchelson. We have a lady who came to us, and she is absolutely a rising star, and that's Deanna Craig. Okay, I have 2 awards for this individual. Selective Hearing Impairment Award. He never hears a thing I say. It goes to David Frank. But I will follow it up with the nicest member, the most welcoming, and the most helpful award, David. You're one of a kind for detail award, Deborah Hobbs. Outstanding in Residential Property Management Award, and always there when we call, when we need a helping hand, is Don Swartz. This is kind of a special award. I called it the Man for All Seasons. Spiritual, family, friends, and work. Ernie Devernoy. Did Debbie Nathan come in? Carlo? Very good. New Home Sales Award for 2014 is Bill Wilson. He's in the know for decorating for new homes and sales, and is an incredible agent in that area, Mary Fitzpatrick. This next individual does a ton of work for the homeless. So the Most Caring Award goes to Mike Downs. Bouncing the Ball Award, Lori McCoy.
Yay, Lori.
She's in here. Oh,
Yeah, I'm bouncing
she
back.
had a terrible accident in
Yeah.
2014, and that girl has bounced back
Yeah.
and it is doing an incredible job, and we so appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. When you look around, everyone in here is so positive all the time, but we won't let you do anything. But the positive, except for someone we all allow.
Yeah.
But the person that stands out for the Positive Impact Award would be Linda Palmer.
Wow.
We have a Bunsen Burner Award for the hottest ideas, Linda Finn. And the Grace and Dignity Award would go to Lark Dale. I'm going to tell you how we divided up our production this year. Instead of saying so-and-so sold 42,300,000 some odd thousand, if anyone saw that much, I would be saying. You would. But for the Platinum Award, that was 10 to 25 million. The Silver Club was 6 to 9 million. The gold was 6 to 9. The silver was 5 to 2 million, and the most valuable players were 2 to 1 million. And so I'd like to give those out at this time. No, before I do that,
No.
every year we give a most valuable and employee of the year. And this is really difficult because every one of our employees, we don't have a lot of employees from every office. And every one of them are so awesome. But there was one that stood out. And before we go on, I want them to wear this button. And I want them to wear. See, there's certain consequences with being the employee of the year. And then we do have a gift. But I want to tell you a little bit about this employee. They came to us a few years ago. And this employee, they didn't really want to take charge, and they were just modest and so nice. But as the years have come along, this employee is there every day saying, this cannot go out because I want to make it better. And they are a take charge person. They have grown unbelievable. So the employee for 2014 would go to Terry May.
Yeah.
That's a good look.
That's a good look. That's good. Make a poster out of that.
I have another award to give. This person just joined us not too long ago, and she has been incredible help. I'll say something and she'll say, I can do it. So the I Can Do It All award would go to Lindsay. Okay, now, most valuable player, 2 to 1 million. Britt Dean. Anita Ingram. Ann Wagner, Carol Williams. I think Frank is here. Stephanie Burdine. Terry Taylor is not here. Velva McBride. Mike Bounds. Lisa Casper. She is new in our office and new in real estate and has done an incredible job. I'm so proud of her. Michelle Metcalf, is she here? Ken Hughes. Michelle Metcalf, is she here? I think I saw her.
Yeah, I'll take her.
Linda Lane.
That's the way business is.
Karen Reed. Judy Bowman. Lori Peterson. Heather Hancock. Dennis Rose. He is one of our newest members and he has done great. Vanessa Leopard. Okay, the Silver Club, 2 to 5 million. Hello, Mr. McCord.
Hello.
Kelly Crotts, Lori McCoy. Incredible. Tanya Hewlett. Jeff Straker. Kathleen Waite. Alice Fitzpatrick. Cindy Cheatwood. And Buster Elliott. Very good. 6 to 9 million. I got it back up.
Yeah, there's more.
Still going to 5 million. 2 to 5. 2 to 5 million. Frank Greer. Richard Whittington. Santana Dennis. Gary Fitzpatrick. Incredible production. Mike Miller. Congratulations, Mike. Great. John and Marlene Ladd. Timothy Pereira. Deanna Cardenas. Incredible. Shauna Brown. Congratulations. Oh, there you are. Stephanie Matthews. Woo! Okay, we go to the gold. 6 to 9 million. Incredible production. Ann Wilson. Deborah Hobbs. Fabulous. Deborah, that is fabulous. David Frankie. Linda Amaraz. Otis Hines. Shelley Cooper. Is Tammy Ryan here? And Wanda and Melissa Hogan. The platinum, 10 to 25 million. Ernie Day Bernard. Shauna Miller. Bill Wilson and Heather Wong. And then our top producer for this year out of all the offices goes to Lady Carol. I appreciate. I want to introduce some people, and then I'm going to tell you about some new tools that we have. I asked Ron McCord to join us, which I appreciate that. He has a busy schedule, but I just wanted to say thank you for 2014.
Always trying to clean up Carl's messes.
Years ago, we had a banquet, and everyone would always tease me because if I had a problem years ago, I mean, I've learned to work a few things out on my own. Years ago, they'd go, okay, is it an FOR? I go, what does that mean? They go, well, you pick up the phone and you call friend of Ron McCord.
Oh.
But I've gotten better, haven't I, Mr. McCord?
Yeah, I'm very proud of it.
I appreciate you coming.
But I'm still here if you need me.
The gentleman with the yellow shirt on in the back, Bill Thompson, who has managed our building, and also is Brooke's dad. I appreciate him coming. He's always there at a phone call and has been of great help. And David Patrick with Capital Abstract that we do a lot of business with. I appreciate you coming, and I did invite. I like to support our family. And a gentleman who is getting his real estate license, who is in the mortgage business. He's not with First Mortgage, but he is the husband of Tempe Pereira, and just a really great guy. And I like to, there's business for everyone. There's enough business for everyone. And I appreciate Dan Pereira, stand up, coming, because and now I want to introduce to you our special guest today. I would like to introduce Mike Huff, and he will introduce the new tools that he has to show you. And we will probably be here for about it'll probably take about 30 minutes, but as, well, let me start from the beginning. Bill and I have sold the company. And before anyone hyperventilates or cries
Or throws anything at me.
or throws anything, we are excited. And we are so excited. Nothing is going to change. We are still going to be right here. Bill and I are both going to be here running the office. I asked Mr. McCord to come because I thought he might say something about change. I asked Mr. Thompson to come, Bill Thompson, because I have known him since I was in the 6th grade. And through this transaction, I would call him because I couldn't talk to anyone else. I'd say hi, go hi. And he'd be waiting for me to say something, and I just kind of visit with him. But a very well-known businessman in Oklahoma City called one day. And he's someone that I have a lot of respect for. He's an incredible person. He's an incredible Christian man. He said, there's a man that I want you to meet. And I told this the other day to the staff. I said, well, I told him I was married. I think you would be really interested in meeting this person and just visit with him, and because he would like to meet you. And I said, okay, well, I already talked to people, and I knew what we knew one day it would happen. We thought it would be four years down the road. And I would be crazy, you guys, if we didn't do it, because it is going to put you all on the map like you will not believe. It would be, change is good, and it's going to be good for everyone. And number one, I know what everyone's sitting there thinking. I already know because I think this way too. No, there's not going to be a franchise fee. What is the name of the company? It's a great name. It's a Warren Buffett-based company, and it's called Berkshire Hathaway.
Call what?
Berkshire Hathaway. And they're fairly new in the real estate business. They bought Prudential. And when I went into it, I thought, you know, that's a good company, but I really don't care how good it is if it's not a good match for you. And if it's not a good match for us, and if I don't like the person who purchased it, So I had in my mindset, okay, I don't know if I'm really gonna like this guy. And I told him the other day, I said, and it was the first time that I told him this. I said, I kind of liked you because you weren't about, a lot of flash. You weren't all dressed up. And he said, well, I thought it looked pretty good. And I said, well, you did look good, but you didn't have on a silk suit. And you just visited with me and really kind of got to know me, and I got to know you. And that kind of went on, and we kept meeting for several months. And I never told him this until the other day, but I really liked him, and I think you will too. And I don't know if, Ron, if you want to say a sentence about change, and I am going to let you talk, but Ron, do you want to say a sentence about change, and what do you think about change?
Well, one, I know I have changed. And Carl and Nathan have heard me say this, but about 5 or 7 years ago, I started looking around the real estate community here in Oklahoma City. For some of you know, I've been doing this for a while. In fact, I got introduced the other day. I was giving a speech. I got introduced as a guy that just began his 5th decade in the business. Oh, wow, that seems old. But I started looking around at the broker owners here in Oklahoma City, and we're aging. And I thought, at First Mortgage, I need to really be thinking about what's going to be taking place, because all the friends that I've grown up with that are broker owners in Oklahoma City, like Charlene and Bill, I think I made the loan on your first sale. I don't know how many years ago that was.
But we don't want to say that.
It was a while ago. And I thought, we're going to see change here in Oklahoma City. We're going to see things start to happen. And we need to get ahead of the game. And so we at First Mortgage have been trying to bring in new young people, Nathan being one of them. Carla, you're still young too, don't get me wrong. When I first met Mike Huff, I thought, this is somebody that Charlene needs to meet. Because one, he's with an outstanding company. Berkshire Hathaway is not only a household word in a lot of different industries, but they are really making a name for themselves. I have a Colorado Springs office, I have offices out in New Mexico, and we're just starting to see Berkshire Hathaway in a lot of different places where we are. And obviously the name Warren Buffett has a lot of quality behind it as well. But knowing Charlene and knowing Bill as I know them, and with the unfortunate death of Pat, I thought, this is someone that Bill and Charlene need to meet, because he is a good man. And one thing that I've always loved about this company was the fact that it was led by good Christian people that truly believe in treating others just like they would want to be treated. And that's what's special about Paradigm Advantage. And that's also what's special about Mike Huff. So I'm excited for all of you. I think the marketing, the support, the ability to have your name out there in many, many ways that you have never had before are going to be there. And I can tell you on behalf of First Mortgage, we're going to be right there with you, supporting you, being part of it. It's a change for us as well, but I'm excited about it. And I'm excited for you to meet Mike and Rick and get to know their team. My experience has been extremely positive, and this is a change that's going to be great for everyone. So congratulations, Charlene and Bill, and congratulations, Mike and Rick. This is cool.
I want to say one thing about the reason I'm so excited is because I still have tons of energy, and I love to work, all the time. And this will allow me to continue to do so and take what we have built here and help get it to the next level. Because we really had a choice. We either needed to buy another company to put a lot of good people under one roof, and we're gonna fill up that part over there with incredible agents. And I'm gonna be able to spend a lot more time with you all in helping bring you business. And the great part is they have a fabulous relocation company. And that's something that we do not have right now, and we need it. And what it's going to do for people who are in the business that are great. Those of you that have all the business in the world, you may not want it. But let me tell you something, people. If you take relocation business, even if they take a percentage off the top, which they have to because it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to be a part of a relocation business. If you take it and you make 3 sales a month, they've got a lot of that business, a lot of that kind of business that we cannot offer you today. So the people that are trying to get going, that are great agents that have great contacts, it's going to help you tenfold. So I am so excited. I hope you guys will be excited. And here's my saying for the day. And then I'm actually trying to go. Okay. You are today where your thoughts have brought you. You will be tomorrow where your thoughts will take you. And now let's welcome Micah.
I wasn't hungry last week because I was sick when I was up.
I said, don't get near me.
My name is Mike. I know this is probably a shock to a lot of you guys, and I'm going to spend a few minutes talking to you about why I don't want it to be, and then a few minutes on myself, and then we've got a little presentation we're going to show you guys. But the first thing I want you guys to know is that Charlene and Bill are not going anywhere. Charlene is going to be here. Bill is going to be here, and in the same capacity that they've always been. The entire staff and all the employees are. All of the offices are. You're not going to see any change in that. You're not going to see a change in your commission structure. We're not going to come in and add a royalty fee or anything like that. So as far as y'all are going to concern, tomorrow is going to be the same as today, as it was yesterday and the day before. What we hope you'll see over time is some of the things that we can bring to the table to help you guys. I bought a company in Oklahoma about 8 months ago. It was the Prudential franchise up here. You know, I want to be careful with the way I word some of what I'm going to word, because this is the 30th time we bought a company in the last 11 years. My first company was 11 years ago. You'll see a little history about it. And we had 6 agents. Today we have just shy of 1,000 agents. We have been very successful at going in and finding companies without a true exit strategy. All but 2 of the companies purchased have been failing companies that needed somebody to come in and take over and run the company, get sales back up, and pump money into the company. This was not one of those companies. This was one of the 2 that was successful. The company we bought about 8 months ago had great people, that had great energy, that had great employees, great staff. But because of prior decisions made by the prior owner who was no longer associated, they had a terrible reputation. And we wanted to buy you guys for several reasons. In most places where we come in, we enhance the company's reputation. In this situation, you guys enhance our reputation. And that's Charlene, it's Bill, and it's everybody. So we feel so strong about what you guys are going to do for us. And I just want you to know, you can say, I've heard it before, you know, things change. that's not what it's about. There will be some changes on our old credential office, Berkshire Hathaway. And there'll be a few of those offices shutting down. People moving into offices that you guys already had. And I would appreciate it if you wouldn't make a big deal out of that until I start meeting with our folks and let them know what's going on. That's going to start today. But we're excited about this. My background is very simple. I grew up in the hills of North Carolina, and I tell everybody I grew up in Mayberry. Some people laugh and go, I grew up in a town like Mayberry too, and I go, no, you don't understand. I grew up in Mayberry. And they go, oh, I did too, a town just like it. I grew up, spent most of my childhood in a city called Mount Airy, North Carolina. It sits about 3 miles south of the Virginia border on the Old Ridge Parkway. Where Andy Griffin was raised. That's where the story was about. Everything there is named Mayberry. All the restaurants that he ate at in the show, I ate in growing up as a kid. And so I literally grew up in Mayberry. About 16 years ago, I moved to Sodom and Gomorrah. You might have heard of it, it's called Houston. My background was in the building industry. And my grandfathers were builders, my uncles, my father, I've even built a little bit. Our primary business was wholesale in the construction material, plumbing, electrical, but mainly heating and air supplies. Had a very large business, and in 1995, we sold it to a consolidator. Everything has started consolidating, and worked for them for 3 years as their East Coast president. After my contract was up, they came in and said, Mike, you've done a great job. You're fired. And I found out real quick I don't play well with others. I don't fit into the corporate world because they want to see how much money we can make for this quarter. And I'm looking a year, 5 years down the road. But I learned some things because one of my jobs was to go out and identify something to buy. I also met Rick Young. Rick can wave to everybody. Rick is our COO, and Rick was running their operation based out of Texas and Louisiana, Arkansas here. Now, Rick's not from Texas either, okay? Rick is from Chicago. So Ricky is, as we refer to as, and pardon my southernism, a damn king. But Rick and I, because of common interest and about the same age, we became very good friends. And Rick brags that the company we work for fired him twice. He says he's an overachiever. They only fired me once. But we noticed when we identified these companies that we buy, the things we would say don't change, they would change. The things we would say to change, they wouldn't change. And so about 11 years ago, purely by accident, I bought a real estate company. Now, yes, I have real estate license, still do. I'm the broker of record in all of our operations in Texas. But I've never made a living off of doing open house and facilitating deals. My deals are for myself and my friends. So I don't want to paint a picture that I'm smart. Charlene has forgotten more about real estate than I'll ever know. But I'm good at running a business. And that's what we set off doing about 11 years ago. And so I have stood in front of 29 other companies like I have today with you guys. And the only thing I've ever asked of them is to give me 6 months. This afternoon, before you get shore leaving here, your phone's going to be blowing up with all kinds of brokers telling you how bad I am how sorry I am. How ugly my boots are. See, I'm a little disappointed. I wear blue jeans most. So I dressed up today, and I walk in, and Bill's the first person I see, and he's got blue jeans on. I missed a chance. But all I want you guys to do is give us 6 months. If you give us 6 months, I'm going to be happy that you're here. You're going to be glad that this is happening. I'm going to let Michael start a little slideshow. Michael, wave to everybody. Michael is our CAO, and Michael is basically, Rick and I go out and make these deals, and we run back into Michael's office and dump it on his desk and say, make it so. And Michael does all the work, so we're glad for that. So, Michael, do you want to start that? Do we have some guests upstairs?
I'm going to stand over here so I can see what comes up and talk. Can everybody hear me all right? This is our logo.
I see. All right, Michael. Well, I told you what to expect and what not to expect. You're not going to see any change. That's just not the way we do business. We do not want to reinvent your culture. We want to mimic your culture. We want to copy your culture. What I just sat through here in the last hour is unbelievable. Y'all are one big family, and that's what we like. That's what we like. Who are we? I guess I should have had you start this earlier, shouldn't I? This is Suzanne Anderson, and Suzanne started the company 38 years ago in Houston. It was a vibrant company, and in 2005, I purchased it from her. And what had happened in the late 90s and early 2000s, the industry started passing Suzanne by. And so she went from being one of the top companies in the inner loop to being almost insignificant. But Suzanne is very, very savvy businesswoman, very, very good real estate agent. Still has her license with us, and still does a good amount of business. Our mission is to provide a growth-oriented environment and foster an entrepreneurial atmosphere for the development of business values and moral conduct based on teamwork. I didn't make this up the other day. This is something that we came up with about 10 years ago, and it coincides with a lot of the values that are within the company. 2005, acquired the company. In 11 years, we've grown to 44 offices in Texas and Oklahoma. You can see where we've got probably about half of our offices in and around the Houston area. So we are in Austin, we are in Lubbock, in Amarillo, we're also in Tulsa here in Oklahoma, and now in Ada. I hadn't seen that slide. He was telling me about it. We're pretty aggressive in recruiting, and when I say that, the first key component to this is we do not recruit everybody and anybody. Our standards are fairly high. Probably about 60% of the people that come through the door we will take. If they are new agents just out of licensing school, we put them through a boot camp. We put them through a big training exercise. In 2011, we went from an independent to a franchise. So we made this transition about 4 years ago. We've acquired companies. We've acquired franchises and independent companies. So we've expanded beyond Houston. We maintain that small firm feel. You know, I look around in here, y'all are small. You've got that small firm feel. You've got that personality too. Then we sprinkle in the benefits of a large firm. Open door culture. You will have my business card with my phone number on it. I do not have a receptionist. I do not have a secretary. I answer my own calls. You call me from 7 in the morning to about 10 at night. The answer might be, give me a minute, I'll get back with you. Or I don't know the answer to that, but I'll find out. But I do answer my calls. I return my calls. Text message. Franchise advantages. You know, 11 years ago, when we started this company, we had a pretty good area in our city, Houston, that people knew us. But when we opened up in Austin, Texas, nobody knew us. And we knew we needed something that would take us beyond that. We also knew that you have to have a presence for people moving into a market that might not know you. So it felt wrong to get a franchise. You know, if you pull up to a gas station today, or you go to a car dealership, or you go to a movie theater, nobody owns one gas station anymore. Nobody owns one car dealership. And you sure don't go to a movie theater with only one screen and one display. And the dynamics of the industry have changed. How many of you guys in here like to make the most you can on a transaction commission-wise? The only way as brokers we can pay you guys that. How many of y'all like a nice facility and a good staff? And give you all of that is to do it in sheer numbers. And we have to have a bigger portion to spread all those expenses out on. So the franchise opportunities give us benefits. We have expanded reach in referrals. Nationwide, at this point, there's about 35,000 Berkshire Hathaway agents. Now, Berkshire Hathaway bought the old Prudential franchise a couple years ago. So it's new, but it's not new because Prudential had been around for over 25 years. 1,100 offices nationwide in 47 states. Mark, stand up and wave to everybody. Mark is with Berkshire Hathaway. Mark is one of our liaisons. He's the only one that put up with us between us and corporate.
Can you turn the light on so we can see Mark?
No,
You don't want to.
But Mark, when do we think all 50 states by the end of the year?
I think so.
Yeah.
We've had actually 14 months to go out there and convert the Prudential network to Berkshire Hathaway, resulting in 1,100 offices, 35,000 sales professionals. But more importantly, we get over 100 inquiries a month for companies that want to join Berkshire Hathaway. Now, the vast majority of those companies do not qualify for the franchise, but the demand is there. The demand is very strong. I was the first company in February 1st. Came over from another national brand. So we're just at the starting point of bringing other companies to accelerate that growth.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mike. Yes, ma'am.
You're not Berkshire Hathaway. I'm assuming that you're separate. You're a separate owner, and then you're part of that franchise.
Yes, I'm a franchise owner.
Okay.
And I own the 44 franchises in the 2 states that you saw.
Okay.
That
I was
makes sense?
confused. Yeah, I didn't know whether you were actually Berkshire Hathaway or, part of the
And
franchise.
we'll do some questions in a moment, but if anything like that comes up, please let us know. But no, we have a long-term relationship with them. I think we've got about 15 years on a contract with them, so I'm affiliated with them for the next 15 years. All righty, Michael. Relocation. Our relocation director is supposed to be here, and I think she will be here very shortly. She drove in from Tulsa today, and I want you guys to meet. But here are some of the relationships that we have. Phillips 66, State Farm, the federal government, Amazon, and you see the bottom one there, Boeing. Just so you guys know about relocation. there are two companies worldwide that control 82 to 85% of all relocation. It's a company called Cardis. They're owned by a company called Realogy, who owns Caldwell Banker. So most of those flow through Caldwell Banker. Then there's Brookfield, who is partially owned by Berkshire Hathaway. And of course, Berkshire Hathaway has over 300,000 employees affiliated with it nationwide. So all of that is run through us and Brookfield. So we will do this year probably somewhere around 1,000 relocation in the Texas-Oklahoma market. We're going to be doing about 900 Boeing over the next 2 to 3 years. So we estimate probably in Oklahoma this year, we'll be at somewhere in the 1,200 to 1,300 relocation opportunities that we have. Now that does come at a reduced commission, and we'll talk about it if anybody's interested. We'll have meetings on relocation because we need more good relocation agents. But the advantage of that is you might have somebody from Boeing flying in on Friday. You show them houses for 4 or 5 hours on Saturday. They write a contract Saturday afternoon because they're having to fly back out on Sunday or Monday. And so they're usually real quick deals, and they're usually they're pre-approved, and it's gonna take. It's gonna happen. I think take is probably an old Southern expression I use, and the cattle farmers will probably know that better. But relocation, you do make a reduced rate on it, but they usually happen so much quicker and so much easier. Now, also keep this in mind, that a good relocation agent keeps in touch with these people, and if they get ready to do something else, generally they're going to get that business at their normal rate. I was sharing with Charlene yesterday that we'll spend between $400,000 and $500,000 if you go on our relocation department. So that's why the rates are a little different in it, because I've got to be able to fund that. We think this is something that could be a huge piece of business for you guys, and you'll hear more about that later. Resource tools and technology. Rick, I'm gonna let you talk a little bit about this because Rick's smarter than me.
No. Guess I'll walk up that way. What Berkshire Hathaway has is something called it's the Resource Center. And it is an online tool, an online website resource for you guys to log into 24/7. And there are all kinds of learning, training tools, presentations, Facebook postings, e-cards that you can send out, postcards, just about any kind of flyer that you want to develop. All you got to do is drop in certain information and it's populated. It will have a feed from, and Michael, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Oklahoma City IDX. Like you only have to put in the MLS number and it will populate the entire flyer with pictures and all the other information. Makes it very, very simple for you. We are going to have some training for everybody on what the Resource Center is. I can't do justice to it in just a few minutes. And so on Friday, we're going to send you a flyer on this. There will be a webinar that you can just log into that will be at 10 o'clock Friday morning. It'll take an hour, and that'll just be an introduction to it. Just kind of show you how to log in and what it's all about. And then either next week, we're working on the venue, either next week or the week after, we'll have about a 3-hour class. We'll have national trainers come in. And we'll have several sessions of a 3-hour class that really goes into, and that's really a hands-on, bring your laptop kind of thing of what you can do in what they call the Resource Center. And you will get an email later today that will welcome you to the Berkshire Hathaway network. It will have an ID for you. It'll have the link. Just log into that and you'll get immediately a prompt to change the password. Do that. It's good for 24 hours. And then you're good to go. And then, like I said, we'll have the class on Friday. Part of the resource center is what they call the Learn Center. The Learn Center is all kinds of training on just about any topic you guys can watch. Some of those classes are live classes that you schedule in advance, you sign up and you register for. A lot of those courses are pre-recorded, and it's 2 in the morning and you can't sleep and you're sitting at the kitchen table. It's a good way to put you back to sleep. But log in, take those courses if you want. Some are just our live follow along. The beauty is there's no cost. All these tools are free to you. Commercial resource, if you have some commercial property, you can do some commercial business, there are some enhancements to what we can offer you as far as getting the information out besides just, I think it's LoopNet, the big thing here. There are other commercial websites besides LoopNet. And Berkshire Hathaway will push listings out to those other commercial centers. So there's a whole commercial marketing arena website. Seller Advantage. If I don't say anything at all, I have to say this. And if you don't do anything at all, you have to do this. Seller Advantage is the greatest tool in real estate. And no other franchise has it, except you guys. And what Seller Advantage does is it allows you, when you take a listing, you log in and you sign up your client. And you can then sign up for how often they want notifications. They will get automatic notifications directly from Berkshire Hathaway of all the activity going on in their neighborhood. Open houses, what else is listed, showings, just a wealth of what's selling. And all those emails that go to your clients come from you. You don't know it, but it's coming from you. And so what it looks like, what's the number one thing we always hear from people? Their complaint from agents is my agent didn't keep me informed. I didn't know what was going on. I knew they listed the house and I didn't hear from them for 3 months. And it's someone sitting there thinking, well, nothing was happening, we had no showing, so I had no reason to communicate. Biggest complaint we hear from clients, I didn't get good communication. This goes out to them automatically, and you don't have to do a thing. Sign them up at the beginning, and it's then seamless after that, and it looks like they come back and they say, wow, Amy just kept me informed every day as often as you want. So this is a great thing. Learn Seller Advantage and use it. It's just a wonderful tool. And when you sit down and you talk to clients and they say, what makes you different? This is one of the things that really makes you different than everybody else out there. Marketing activity reports is a part of Seller Advantage. Excuse me, and it just kind of gives you everything that's going on. And then we have luxury collection. And you'll see a lot of Berkshire Hathaway, especially in the Wall Street Journal, usually every Friday. They market their luxury collection. And that is for the high-end homes. They have high-end with Rob Report. They have a magazine called Prestige put out just by Berkshire Hathaway. You'll see ads in there. And these will go out nationwide. So these are all just some of the tools that are going to start coming to you in the next few days.
Thank you, sir. Berkshire Hathaway Companies. Every day, every person in the United States does business with a Berkshire Hathaway company. This is a who's list. I mean, think of the companies you see up here. I know it's small print, but Acme Brick, Benjamin Moore Paint, Clayton Homes, Geico Insurance.
Over diamonds.
Discount?
Yeah.
Can I get a discount at Dairy Queen?
You do get discounts on a lot of different office things. You do get a discount at Geico Insurance, and it's how much? 15%. And it's amazing some of the things that are offered on here. Oriental Trading Company. They own the paper in Tulsa, Star Furniture, and Justin Brand Boots. Now, what's the next slide, Michael? Okay, some of the companies they own large portions of for Coca-Cola, Dairy Queen, Wells Fargo, Bank of America. But what I'm saying is these guys are not fly-by-night guys. Warren Buffett's sitting on about $60 billion in cash, and you can't find companies to buy fast. Very, very, very smart gentleman. Here's why we like you guys. And I go back to, we are buying y'all, but in the public's eye, the atmosphere and the attitude that they get are going to be that y'all took us over, because that's what we're doing this for. But we love your culture, your long history of integrity, your leadership and experience, and putting these together, the increased market share. We don't know where this puts us in Oklahoma City, but we'll either be the third or the second largest company in Oklahoma City to do together, which virtually happened on Friday. So I'm telling everybody, we're number 2.5. I don't look at how much business we do. I don't look at our ranking as a company. I've always said I want to be in the top 3 every market that we're in. We're there in Oklahoma City. What's more important to me is the integrity of our company. I want everybody to say, you know what? That Anderson property, that's the company we work for. You might not agree with them all the time, but you know they're going to do the right thing. And that's what we strive for more than anything. That goes back to integrity and who we are as a company. And you guys get that. Timeline for conversion. Business cards are being worked on as we speak. We didn't want to get ahead of ourselves on that because we recognize that you guys might want to have something, different email address on it. A lot of times doing this, we know realtors want to get another picture made if they want this picture on the card. I was going to make a bad joke, though. No, okay. Even though most of us still use our high school picture. We think your business cards will be. We think your business cards will be in place by the 1st of March. That's sort of what we're hoping, or the first week of March. Yard signs. Yard signs are in the process of being produced. I'm hoping that we ship this week. The problem is they're being made in Chicago, and between here and Chicago, there's a lot of that white stuff. So we don't know. Excuse me? Well, I think there's a slide in a minute that'll show. The yard signs, I made a mistake because I didn't order any luxury yard signs, and I did that last night about 11 o'clock when I thought about it. So they will be following behind that. Training. Rick told you there is a webinar on Friday. Then we're hoping in a couple weeks to have on-site training. That'll be pretty much anything and everything Berkshire Hathaway. Building signage. That's probably going to be something that'll take us 6 to 8 weeks to accomplish because we have to get the landlords to approve everything. Is Phil still here?
He left.
I can't poke at the bear if he's not here.
He's gone.
We have to get approval from the landlords, but then more importantly, we have to get approval from Berkshire Hathaway on how the signage goes up. So we're probably looking 6 to 8 weeks on that. This is going to be, it's not going to be something that we roll out today and y'all are completely changed, but it'll be something that'll happen over the next 4 to 6 weeks. About the brand. Berkshire Hathaway's vision is, vision is to be the best recognized and most respected home ownership service brand in the United States. Their mission is to provide service and support that significantly increase the growth and profitability of your network. When you guys make more money, I make more money, they make more money. If y'all don't make money, I don't make money, and they don't make money. So we're all in this together. It's a team. Michael. This is what the sign looks like. You can see it on the right-hand side, and that is a sign out of our Bleak Amarillo. But Berkshire Hathaway is one of the most trusted names in the world. It was number 4 last night when we went to bed. When we woke up this morning, it was number 3. It's a distinct image. They spent a lot of time and money designing this. And we've had some, everywhere it's gone up, we've had a lot of good success with it. Michael? Regina, leave him alone.
My battery's dying.
Excuse me, the number I gave you, 4th to 3rd, was in the United States. In the world, it's number 8. And it's admired because of their integrity and their leadership that they have. Okay, Michael? Berkshire Hathaway has a better reputation among consumers than any real estate agents. Have you ever heard of than McDonald's and Wells Fargo? And you look at some of those names, and with the consumer, Berkshire Hathaway has a much larger reputation. Now, understand this: real estate agents are not consumers. Real estate agents are going to look at this brand differently because y'all are going to look at it as a real estate agent. But a lot of times we have to step out of our real estate body and look into a consumer's body at what they're looking at. We eat, sleep, and drink real estate, so we talk about it all day long. And since I said eat and sleep, tonight at 5 o'clock, you'll be getting an email on this. We're having a happy hour to bring the two companies together. You guys can come out. We'd love to have you there. Where's it, Regina?
Avanti.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Okay, here's just a commercial in it. You'll see again. Michael, get it.
You turn up in the cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
Won't you play that again, Mike?
Well, we've been thinking about it. We're just not sure.
I understand.
We've never sold a house before.
I'll let you guys do every step.
So if we sell, do you think we can swing it?
Well, I have the numbers right here, and based on the comps that I found, the timing is perfect. There's a lot of buyers for a house like yours.
It's good to know.
I'm so excited.
America's newest real estate brand is already the brand of the year. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Good to know.
The Harris poll was a shock to everybody. We were presented that last year at our convention, which we'll talk about this year's convention. And the thing that shocked everybody is that in the year that it was voted on, there were only about a dozen Berkshire Hathaway companies. And they had only came out the last 3 months of the year. And the Harris poll is not a poll that you pay to win. It's a poll that they go out, they talk to individuals, and the general public recognize Berkshire Hathaway Home Services before any other brand. Before RE/MAX, before Caldwell Banker, before Prudential, before Keller Williams, for anything. And that was pretty impressive. But that's where the consumer mindset comes into play. That's what we go after.
May I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I don't need to. I guess I do. Can you turn it on for just 1 second? I just thought we need to take a little breather here. What are your thoughts? I just have to ask that. I can't go any longer without just hearing it. What do you? How do you feel?
It's great.
What is surprise? Excited.
Yeah.
Opportunity.
I think it's great. The thing that crossed my mind is at 909 Northwest 63rd Street, I got a lesson about Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway from Pat O. And everything's full circle, isn't it?
I'm so excited. And I just had to stop right here because about 4 weeks ago, Mike said, okay, we're ready to announce this. And I said, and I mean, I get this, this petrified look on my face. We're ready to announce this. And I said, well, I mean, you all know how bossy I can be. He didn't know because I just acted a little calm. And so I said, no, I don't think we're ready yet. In fact, we're really not ready at all. I said, this has to all come down the pipe the right way. And he said, well, what's the right way? And I said, well, first of all, I said, I'm going to tell J.D. Hadley. I've just got to tell J.D. Hadley. And he said, well, who's J.D. Hadley? And I go, he's been with me forever. And I said, I've got to tell the staff first and then the agent. And I said, because I owe that to them. So all of this actually came down the pipe the right way. And I'm so excited because it's going to put some great people together. And then as we've gone on, I mean, I think he's learned how bossy I really can be. And so we're in the attorney's office last week, and we're sitting there, and I come back in, and our attorney's there, and Mike's attorney isn't there, but he and I are there. And I looked at him and I said, I can't never work. And my attorney's eyes got about that big, like, I can't believe you're saying that. And so I think it's going to be a great match.
And trust me, she's not working for me now. She's in charge here.
And I think that we are all going to eventually embrace the change, because I think it is going to bring each other so much great business. I think it's going to be so good. I love the signs. I love the fact that we're going to have a relocation company. I love what they stand for. And, we could have waited for years and never met a match. It's a match for all of us. So I think it's going to be good. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I had to just get some feel. I just wanted to.
She had to see y'all with the lights on, really.
I did.
I'm serious. Make sure y'all were fine, because this has been very important to Charlene. I mean, she wants everybody. She's a nurturing mother type. She wants you all happy with it.
Nancy.
I feel like I'm speaking for everyone here. We are very happy for you and Bill.
We are. Anyone else need to say anything? I don't care what you say. But say something. Charlie.
I found out yesterday.
Are you Charlie?
I'm not.
Excuse me.
I didn't hear you say Charlie.
Oh, Tanya.
Go ahead.
I'll just change on it. I'm sorry. I just want to say, yesterday I was setting in most of y'all's shoes because that's when I found out. And my first reaction was like, wow. But now, after last night and having a little time to process everything, I am fired up and excited. I think it's a wonderful thing for the company. I think it's going to bring new energy. I think it's going to bring security, and I'm very excited about it.
Well, you guys will probably see me work harder than I've ever worked in my life. Only because I've got to be sure that what we've done here is that we take them on to the next level, and I want to be a part of it. Anyone else? Charlie,
Michael, how do you spell your last name?
HUFF.
HUFF, and where do you office?
Office in Houston.
In Houston, thank you, sir.
When are you moving to Oklahoma City?
You know, I get this question everywhere we go. And to be honest with you, I'd love to move to Oklahoma City. I don't like Houston, but I'm sort of stuck there for the time being.
We can help you find a house.
It's I want some hunting land up here. Keep that in mind.
We can work that out in 3 months.
I know Michael wishes I would move up here, but it's a 50-minute flight up here. You're going to have people go, how do you work for somebody that doesn't live in the same state as you? Well, guys, you've got your leader here. I want to do this if we can. We got about 10 more minutes of this, and then come back and open up for all questions, and then introduce a couple of people. Does that work for everybody? Kill the light. Okay, real quick. Our website in Oklahoma is totally different than our website in Texas. Websites are an ongoing process. Michael is diligently working on some upgrades and some updates that Charlene is going to be involved in, especially for Oklahoma. So we think we'll see something coming out sometime in the near future on that. That'll be amazing. One big thing that happens once a year is convention. And we want you guys to come. We're taking about 65 out there this year. We want 100 next year. I don't know that we can get anybody in at this date, but if there's anybody who really wants to go, we'd love to try to help you get out there and get you in. But it's at the Mirage this year, and we're taking over the whole hotel. There'll be 6,000+ people there. It is an amazing event that they put on, and they have a couple parties that are just tremendous. You'll see some slides here in a little bit. They have usually a big performer come in every year. Last year they had Reba come in for us, just for us. So
You are taking the brokers, right?
here is here's us last year, and here's a group of us that were there, and then here's us with Reba. You see me and Reba. I'm trying to teach her how to play the guitar. The only musical instrument I can play is the radio. You like the way I say that? Okay. Everybody sees our pins, okay? This is something that is very important to me. This is the Sunshine Kids. Now, yesterday, one of the girls, and she knew what this was. And this is an organization that takes care of kids that have cancer. Most of these kids have terminal cancer, and they take them on trips of a lifetime. Tell us your experiences with Sunshine Kids, if you don't mind.
I'm a cancer survivor, and I got an opportunity to be a part of the Sunshine Kids, and they also invited my whole family to be part of it too. So they know that it's not just the kids that go through, but the whole family.
Thank you very much. We aligned with them about 25 years ago. They're based out of Houston, but they're nationwide. They have a big affiliation here in Oklahoma City with the hospital. Scotty Brooks, do y'all know who that is? When he was in Houston as an assistant coach, very strong with the Sunshine Kids, he has committed that he wants to work with us up here on that. They're a little busy right now. But in the off season, we're going to be able to utilize some of that connection. We've been raising money for them with them for 2 years. And what's our next slide? Let's listen to it is GW.
Hi guys, I'm GW Bailey, and I'm on the set here in Hollywood of Major Crimes. As you can see, it's the holiday season. We're shooting our holiday show. But I just wanted to take a second to say congratulations to Mike Huff and all of his colleagues and all of you folks in Oklahoma City and Tulsa, and joining the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Company. You know, we've been a part of this family for almost 20 years, and I say we, I'm talking about the Sunshine Kids. As most of you know, we're dedicated to creating positive activities for kids fighting cancer. And what a great partnership it's been. And we are very excited about being in the Berkshire Hathaway family. And we congratulate Mike and all of you tonight. Now, I just happened to run into a couple of friends here on the set of the show who would like to say hello.
We know that you love the Sunshine Kids as much as we do. Thank you. Yay!
Hey! Keep up the great work. Thank you.
This afternoon at the
Go on, Michael.
This afternoon at the silent auction, something extraordinary happened. We'd like to acknowledge the top bid for the autographed guitar by Kelly Clarkson and Reba was made by Michael Huff, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Anderson Properties. Michael, stand up. I know you're out there. Stand up. I want you to know that Michael personally donated $10,000 to the Sunshine Kids. Michael, thank you very much. In addition to Michael's donation and his generosity, tonight's fundraising efforts for the Sunshine Kids organization through ticket sales for reserved seats raised another 45,000 ticket donations. Thank you. Thank you to all of you.
No, I can't. This year, or last year, our company raised $180,000 for Sunshine. The last 3 months of the year, we raised $10,000 out of Oklahoma. And to just get a company started in that and a group of people, we were shocked and amazed. I'd also like to thank Ron, and I know he's probably had to step out of here, but Ron has helped us with the Sunshine Kids and plans on doing that ongoing in the future. Our goal for 2015 is $250,000. Now, we do this by doing fundraisers. We've got a couple things set up that you'll hear about in the future here in Oklahoma City. We have people just write checks to us. One of the biggest things we do is when you have a closing, you want to donate money to the Sunshine Kids. And for every $3 that you put in, the company matches it with $1, like $75. And so the concept is if you donate 75, the company 25, you raise $100 for Sunshine. If you decide all you can afford is $30, then we're going to throw 10 in and it's going to be 40. But it's something that you'll hear us talk more about as the year goes on. I don't want to inundate y'all on some of this stuff, but I sort of want to let you guys know who we are and what we do. Business is very, very important. We're all here to make a living. But it's how you live your life around that that dictates who you are. Is this the video?
Yeah.
We got a little video sort of about the company we want to play. Then I'm going to introduce a couple other people, and then we're going to open it up to questions.
Welcome to the team.
Welcome. That's right.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to the family.
Welcome to the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Anderson Properties family.
Turn the lights on. I want you three folks to sort of come up here. That'd be best. See, my people don't listen to me. I think I'll fit right in here. I wanted to introduce a couple of our people today. Jarrett is been with us for about 3 years. And if Jarrett hasn't contacted you, I want to know because he's not doing his job. He's our recruiter. But we're glad he could be here today. You guys will probably get to know him a little better over time. Debbie Streppel is our relocation director. And we are very blessed. We have a relocation director in Oklahoma and one also in Texas. And literally the two relocation directors we have, if they walk into a relocation meeting, everybody in there considers them 1 and 2. Part of them will consider Debbie, part of them will consider the other, but the best relocation director in the nation. And that's not me blowing smoke because I know I'm jeopardizing she'll want to raise after this if I keep saying good things about her. But that's one thing that makes our relocation so good. And she'll be the one that'll be setting up some meetings here and getting some training done on that. And we're pretty excited, especially about Bowie. Do either one of y'all have anything intelligent to say?
Sure. I know how you guys all feel in this room because we felt the exact same way probably when we had our meeting in this one. And Mike stood up here and said a lot of things, and I want you guys to know that he kept every promise that he made, and we've been so much better off than we were, and it's just been really incredible for us. So I understand that.
It's exactly what Joe said. We understand the fear of the unknown. We understand new players. How do we all fit together? How do we all work together? From my perspective, I back in that corner look at all of you going, I cannot wait to tell my clients how big my agent pool just got with regard to how we compete out there in the market for those wonderful opportunities that relocation provides. So I'm excited. Some of you I know it won't be something you're interested in. That's cool. I'm fine with that. But for those of you that are, we're going to talk. We're going to learn how we work together, what we can do, and I'm excited for you. And it's what John said. These are good guys. They're really good guys. They're going to appreciate what they've done. You're going to appreciate the doors but the man opens up for you what it does for you. What you want?
And this is my redheaded stepchild, Regina Yeager. Regina has been the leader of our gang here in Oklahoma, and you'll see Regina will end up being in this office once we start moving people in. Regina's been in this business forever. She probably knows
Nearly
a
as
lot
long
of
as
it.
Judy. We finally get to work
Yes,
together.
Um,
I've chased her for years.
Regina is someone that is a team player. Regina and I actually sat down about 3 months ago and started discussing, okay, this happened. How can we make it happen? And the first question I asked of her is, where do we have offices that we could consolidate and shut down? And the first office she came up with, the office that she worked at. And that's a team player. She's here for the betterment of the company. Her and Charlene have had a lot of conversations, a lot of talk, a lot of planning, and we're excited to put those two heads together for some of the things. Now, keep this in mind. You will find out you will not like everything I have to say, but it will be the truth. I don't have time to blow smoke. I don't have time to tell you what you want. We're here for one thing, to make a strong company. And you guys make us tremendously. Nothing's changing here. Charlene and Billy, for as long as they want to be. The staff stays the same. The offices stay the same. There's no royalty fee. Tools that we showed you, the tools that you can pick, you use some of them, all of them are not. It's up to you. All we're trying to do is enhance. You said something earlier. The only thing I can ever give anybody is opportunity. I can't make you better salespeople. That comes from within. But I can give you more opportunity. Putting these two companies together, both sides, a ton more opportunity. Please, please give me 6 months to prove that. Don't run out of here screaming into the night, making a rash decision. See what we can do. And in 6 months, you'll be. Now, questions, comments, concerns? Yes, ma'am.
One thing.
No. Thank you.
I don't get to see before you all very much, but I am Heather Wall. I'm Charlene's daughter, and I just want to say thank you all for being here. And my mom is an extraordinary person. She does extraordinary things. She is an incredible leader, and I'm an only daughter, and Steve is an only son, but we're kind of like only children, but you guys are not. You guys are all family, and my mom has embraced you all, and Bill has too, and she has believed in you guys from the second she hired you, from the second she met you. Whether you guys joined us from the very beginning, when we started this company, when they started this company, and I am asking that you all believe in her now, because she has put her trust in God, and she has put her trust in you, and she would not do anything to hurt you all, just to better the company and to better your families. And I am standing before you here today just to ask that you put your trust in her, and you believe in her, and you do, like Mike said, please do give 6 months, and you will know it's the right fit. And she really would not have made this decision if it was not the right one. So I really thank you all for just taking this journey with her all these years, and
and with Pat when they started this, but they have really, really loved you guys, and thank you. You all have been a team player from day one. And whether you guys joined us in '95 or whether you guys joined us last year, if my mom did not love you guys and believe in you all, she treats you all like she's your very own. I get very jealous. I'm sorry. Sometimes I gotta have her for 5 minutes. But I really appreciate every individual here, and thank you so much for adding to our company, and you guys will carry on. So thank you guys.
Everybody that commits to 6 months for Charlene and Bill should stand up.
Thank you all. I don't know. I haven't been emotional because I've been so excited. But I'm really emotional right now because this is, it's an unbelievable step. And it's a step toward the right thing for each one of you. And when Heather, I didn't know Heather was going to say anything, but I generally don't talk about my family very often in here. But I'm really proud of the step that my husband has taken us to the cutting edge for everything that he has done with technology, because it has been unbelievable. And I generally don't say much, and I know that that my new family doesn't know what all he does on a daily basis, but they will know because they've gotten to know him. Our son, who is doing incredibly well in the insurance business, I'm so proud of him, and I love my
I think this is great, by the way. Are we going to be coming Anderson Properties, or
Yes,
are we
ma'am.
still going to be Perryton?
No, it'd be Anderson Properties.
That's what I
And
thought.
this is just so you guys will know, when I answer something, a lot of times I like to explain my logic. Years ago, when we started really buying companies, we had companies wanting to keep their name. And the reason why we chose not to do that is I want people that live in Texas that come up here to see the common name so we can get more. We look bigger, we are bigger that way. And so we've done that. So it'll be Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and Anderson Properties.
So Mike, you can go out in the community and tell about this now?
This is a done deal. There is a national press release going out this morning. Saturday, there will be, I thought it was a full page ad. Somebody told me a half page ad in the paper announcing this. And it'll be picked up by news media, Texas, Oklahoma, and outside. And trust me, probably within the next hour, your phones will be ringing off the hook with people trying to recruit you. Just so you guys know.
I know.
Yeah. My schedule today is at 1 o'clock. We're going to be at our admin office to talk to some agents. And when we're finished there, I'll probably come back over here and just hang around if anybody wants to ask any questions. Then at 5 o'clock tonight, we have a happy hour. So as many of you guys come to meet as many of our folks as possible. Tomorrow, we're going to Ada. Thursday, I'll probably, with Charlene's leadership, be visiting the individual offices. And we'll have a schedule out on that.
Please don't think that you're falling off into a ditch, because I won't be here tomorrow. I'm going to Ada.
We have some packets that are going to be passed out to everybody, and if you want sunshine, you got them. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to reiterate, I'm very excited about this because, I mean, I remember my dad, who's almost 90, in the what, early 60s. He was talking about his friend Truman Miller that was going to get a bunch of realtors together and start this company called Abide. And he was like, that's crazy. Why would a realtor want to work with someone else? You know, when you have your own, because everybody was a broker then, I guess. And, you know, I just feel like everything changes. And for us to be a part of a company that's, you know, at least 2 state ties and national ties, and I'm very excited because we have to stop and remember, it's not like we're being, I mean, we're being given more resources to make money because we are the people here making them money. I mean, we're making them money, so they're not going to be doing things that are going to be harmful.
Well,
so I'm excited. I mean,
I've got a lot of rent on this building, so I got to get
If we're not happy, we're not making you money. So
That's right.
this is awesome. I want to say one thing, and this is off of any real estate thing, but the flowers on the table are for you guys to take home. Bo, you can have yours. I want everyone to take these bouquets home with them as they leave, because we want everyone to take them. And I'm around all day. If you might bounce.
JD, Judy, all the staff, Terry are going to stay. We're still going to have a good graphics department here.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Please, and they're so invaluable.
No one is going anywhere. Okay, let's get up and move around. Regina.
Last quick thing, everybody.
Regina Yeager has the floor.
Just real quickly, the emails have gone out to you, so when you check your emails here shortly, you will have an announcement regarding this meeting, as well as information on our get-together this evening at 5 o'clock. So I look forward to meeting several of you this evening. I hope everybody can come.
You know where Avante is? No. Okay, someone tell where it is? The Marriott, across from Lowe's, the Marriott Courtyard. You are adjourned.